Hi, good morning. Today I will be sharing an analysis about Malaysia's trade performance from 2015 until 2024. We will look at export and import trends, sector contribution, and key trade relationship. The data is from various sources that will give us insight on Malaysia's role in global trade. Trade is an important to Malaysia, and understanding these trends will help us prepare for the future. Let's start with the overall trade performance of Malaysia over the past 10 years. From 2015 until 2019, Malaysia had steady trade growth, mainly driven by electronic, petroleum product, and palm oil export. 2020 was a sharp decline due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which disrupted global supply chains. 2021 and 2022 was a strong recovery and surpassed pre-pandemic levels. 2023 and 2024, Malaysia trade is doing well, mainly due to surge in electronic export, oil prices, and global demand recovery. Despite challenge of supply chain disruption and geopolitical tension, Malaysia is resilient and benefit from diversification of its export sector. Now, let's look at domestic export and re-export. Domestic export, mainly in electronic and palm oil, has been the key driver of Malaysia trade's performance. Over the year, the electronic sector, including semiconductor and electrical machinery, has been the big contributor to Malaysia's high export volume. Re-export fluctuated due to regional trade dynamic, especially in Asia. While re-export is part of trade, domestic export has outperformed consistently, reflecting Malaysia's growing manufacturing and production capacity. Now, let's look at imports. Malaysia's imports are categorized in intermediate goods, capital goods, and consumption goods. Intermediate goods, such as electronic component and raw material, is the biggest chunk of Malaysia's import. These goods are used in manufacturing, particularly in electronic and chemicals. Capital goods, including machinery and industrial equipment, has been growing consistently to support Malaysia's modernization in manufacturing, automotive, and construction sector. Consumption goods, which includes food, beverage, and consumer electronic, has been increasing as Malaysia's middle class growth. The rising demand for foreign-made electronic and luxury goods is a reflection of changing consumer preference. In 2024, Malaysia's top exports are still led to the electronic sector, especially semiconductor and electrical machinery, which account for almost 40% of total export. Other major export sectors are petroleum products, with crude oil and refined petroleum are still big contributor to export revenue. Palm oil, still a significant export despite global sustainability issues. Chemicals and machinery. Malaysia is expanding its industrial and manufacturing base. This sector are a big contributor to Malaysia's GDP and its strong presence in the global market. Now, look at imports. Malaysia's main sector are electronic, especially semiconductor and electronic component to support manufacturing and export industries. Machinery and equipment for various sectors such as electronic, automotive, and construction. Chemicals and petroleum products to support petrochemicals, pharmaceuticals, and energy production. These imports are crucial to Malaysia's competitiveness in technology and industrial sector, which requires continuous upgrading of machinery and components. Now, let's look at Malaysia major export, destination, and import source. In 2024, Malaysia's top export destination are China, Malaysia's largest trading partner, import electronic, palm oil, and petroleum product. The second one is Singapore, which is Malaysia's largest Asian partner, export electronic and petroleum. And the third one is United States, which is a big market for Malaysia's semiconductor, machinery, and electronic. On the import side, Malaysia major source are China, which is supplies machinery, electronic, and raw material. And second one is Singapore, which is refined petroleum and chemicals. And the third one also United States, which is high-tech machinery, equipment, and chemicals to support Malaysia industry needs. Malaysia Free Trade Agreement, which is FTA, within ASEAN, such as Asian Economic Community and Regional Comprehensiveness Economic Partnership, which is RCEP, has reduced trade barriers and boosted regional trade. This agreement benefited Malaysia export to countries like Vietnam, Thailand, and Indonesia, where demand for electronic and machinery has grown. FTA not only reduce traffic, but also encourage investment and cooperation in areas such as agriculture, service, and high-tech industries. Regionally, Malaysia export is concentrated in Selangor, Penang, and Johor. These states are the industrial hubs, especially in electronic and petrochemicals. However, states like Kelantan and Terengganu has relatively lower export levels, indicating regional economic disparities. To address this, Malaysia should focus on regional development, improve infrastructure, and invest in industry that can boost export from these areas. To sustain and enhance Malaysia trade performance, I prefer diversify export markets, which is Malaysia should venture into emerging markets in Africa, Latin America, and Middle East. Reduce dependence on key partners to mitigate global economic risks. The second one is focus on high-tech industries, which is Malaysia should invest more in high-tech value industries, such as renewable energy, biotechnology, and artificial intelligence. This will make Malaysia a global leader in innovation and technology. The third one is regional development. By improving infrastructure and boosting industrial investment in underperforming states, Malaysia can reduce regional trade imbalance and enhance national export performance. And lastly is local manufacturing, which is Malaysia should reduce dependence on import capital goods by strengthening local manufacturing will make Malaysia more self-sufficient. In summary, Malaysia's trade performance over the past 10 years has shown we are resilient and adaptable with strong performance in electronic, petroleum, and palm oil. Though challenges still exist, the post-pandemic recovery and export diversification will be foundation for future growth. To remain competitive in a fast-changing global market, investment in technology, infrastructure, and export diversification will be key. Thank you, and I'm happy to take questions. Question in the comment.